Hey guys, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm asking the question, what do we need to know? So just keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay? I hope you guys are doing well. And if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's really good to have you. I'm so glad you stopped by. Okay. So let me just shuffle this up a couple more times. You know what? I'm going to go to the Santa Claus deck first. I think that would be a good way to start, and then I'll do the tarot. Let's see. So tell me, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? Now I've shuffled this deck, so I've shuffled all of them. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? We have safe and warm. You are being protected by your guardian angels or your ancestors. Okay. All right. Okay, so you're being protected right now. You're safe. Everything's okay. Tell us more about the situation. We have they are running away and taking their energy with them. Okay. Somebody's being repelled here or being removed. Oh, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot. So I'm going to take the top one. Well, you know what? Let's take all of them. Okay, let's take all of them. Okay, we have Santa stalking. Someone is going beyond checking your social media. Okay, this is getting juicy, you guys. We have unbothered, uninterested, and annoyed by the merriness of it all, needs more out of life. Okay, and then we have heart chakra, connections, transformation, love, compassion, empathy, fulfillment, love or self-love of others. Okay, so I feel like you're being protected by someone in particular, and you may not even be aware of it. You may, because this has to do with your social media. So it may be somebody on a friends list. It may be someone who's thinking about coming forward, but some of you guys don't know who this is. This is someone who's stalking you, okay? And you may have a vibe about it. It feels complicated for some of you guys. So just take what resonates here and use your own discernment, okay? And I feel like there's this weird energy here with this person because they're both attracted and kind of pissed off all at the same time. It's like they're jealous and attracted. And it makes for kind of a, I don't want to use the word crazy, okay? I don't want to label someone crazy, but an kind of unbalanced kind of energy here, okay? Tell me more about this. Tell me more. We have 8 of Wands, okay? Fast movement, okay? I feel like this is your ancestral energy, your angel energy, your protective energy, your protections, your wards, whatever you have going on, you chant, whatever it is, okay? I really feel like this is the energy around you. I see some of you guys have fiery walls. Some of you guys have bubbles. Whatever mechanism you've used to protect yourself, it's working, okay? Because some of them are being repelled. I see them being repelled. The 9 of Pentacles, independent here. And see, I'm feeling like, see how she's holding the skull here. I feel like some of you guys have an underworld goddess or god form, an infernal even, that is protecting you from this energy. Okay, so this is like confirmation that your protections are working. We have the 8 of Fall, initiation. Okay, so, and I feel like this is coming forward. Oh, this is kind of a magical reading. Okay, unexpected. I feel like this is kind of validation of your gifts and abilities. Like you are actively being protected against things that some of you guys don't even know are around, okay? And you won't be aware. And sometimes that's how it works. So these kind of readings are important. And if this hits, it hits. For some of you, you may have a weird connection to somebody and you may not understand it, but you're being protected from getting closer to them, okay? So, yeah, and it can feel kind of weird. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Winter, new ideas. We have the 7 of Fall, the 7 of Pentacles, effort. Okay, so I feel like um, this person takes a lot of effort and goes out of their way to kind of like look for you online, download your pictures, like get in your energy. And I feel like for some of you guys, what they're finding is like an egregor or a false self or whatever. And they're kind of like interesting. Some of you guys have this energy that you're actually using this energy to kind of like funnel into something else. So you're letting this energy kind of work for you in a more positive way, which is brilliant, which is absolutely brilliant, okay? Because you are shining here, because there's transformation here. And it's interesting because with the Nine of Pentacles, the independent vibe, and this card, the heart chakra with the transformation on it, I feel like a lot of this energy has to do with a transformation of self. Pluto, Scorpio, there may have been something that happened during those weird eclipses during Scorpio season that may have really shaken things up for you. And I feel like part of what you need to know is like you are being initiated into kind of a new level of self, of gifts, of power, of abilities. And this reading is kind of like a validation of some of the work you've done. Okay, validation. So start to expect like signs, symbols. Start to expect messages from spirit like this to come out in kind of weird ways. Let's pull some more energy here. Tell me more about this energy or any other messages that we have coming forward. I think you need to know that eyes are on you, okay, with the stalker card. And it's not just like, some of you guys may not have exactly stalker energy, but you have people who are actively watching you online, and you're getting more attention with the Eight of Wands coming towards you. Will work for food, fired, caught on, out there, thrown out in the cold. I feel like there are people who feel like they can't get into your energy and they're frustrated. And perhaps you've put up a lot of boundaries. And, you know, I feel this here, like people want to make effort to get into your energy. And I don't feel like it's all positive. So I feel like your boundaries are really important. It's important for you to continue to honor your boundaries here. And I feel like there's definitely an energy, and it may be with the stalker where that is connecting for you, that they feel some kind of rejection here by you. And it may be something that is all in their head. It may not be something that like has actually happened. But there's this sense of like you'll reject them maybe because you have somebody, or you'll reject them because maybe you have in text or something. But this is somebody who has like an obsessive quality going on. And meantime, you're doing all this growth, and there's some kind of like magnetism about your energy that's drawing more attention to you. And I feel like as we go through 2024, I see like the magnetism growing about you. And at times it can be overwhelming, okay? Because you're being initiated into a new level of self-mastery is what I'm getting with the Eight of Pentacles. Like this is a new leg of your journey. And I feel like the days where like we'll work for food, the days of lack, the days of feeling like you don't have enough or you're not enough are over. Okay, so, and here's the thing, when you become a light in the dark, you attract bugs, you attract pests, you also attract like moths and good things, right? You attract good things, and you have to figure out, you know, what are the moths, what are the good things, and what are the bugs and the pests. And that's part of discernment. It's part of leveling up. We have never satisfied, ungrateful with the gifts they receive from others and from the universe. Naughty. Okay, now I feel like for some of you this is a separate energy. Okay, and you know what I'm feeling like? I feel like not ungrateful. I feel like some of you guys do not feel appreciated. And I feel like there's this energy here of you're pushing that down. It's like you're suppressing it. I feel a little bit of resentment here. Maybe you're doing a lot for other people and it's not being reciprocated. And I feel a lot of feminine energy right now, especially around the holidays, are becoming more and more aware that they're putting out more than they're receiving. And sometimes a thank you goes a long way, right? And there's just this energy of becoming more and more aware of just how much you're putting out there and how little you're receiving back. And for some of you guys, I feel like it's a little heartbreaking. We have milk laced with rum, naughty, drinking the milk, but getting wild and doing reckless shit. Okay. So, and I feel like you guys, because you may be feeling this energy and you may be feeling guilty about it too, like guilty because you don't feel so jolly about doing all this shit because you know that it's not really appreciated. No matter, you know, what you do, nobody really knows how much you do for others, kind of thing. And you feel guilty for feeling that way. You feel bad for feeling that way. You feel like I shouldn't feel this way. Like I feel guilty for feeling guilty that I feel this way. It's like layers and layers. So I feel like you guys specifically need some kind of catharsis. Okay, like you guys need to give yourself a break. For real. You guys need to relax and chill. All right. You need to give yourself permission to not do all the time for others. You need to give yourself permission to feel the emotions you're feeling and not feel guilty about them. Because I guarantee the people who are taking advantage of you, they don't feel bad about it. They don't realize what you're feeling. They don't realize, they're not aware of how you feel. And you know, that's where the resentment may be coming in, where you think that, you know, they're aware of that they're taking advantage. But a lot of times people aren't. They don't know. So, you know, take a deep breath, take some time for yourself. Don't overgive, okay? Don't overgive of yourself. Give what you can. Give what you can afford to give, be that money-wise, be that emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. Give what you can afford to give and be real about that. Don't overgive, because it leads to this kind of like, you know, feeling like not feeling taken advantage of, feeling like, you know, people don't appreciate you, and then the resentment builds, and resentment builds bitterness, and bitterness is a hard pill to let go of, you know, and then there's some self-destructive things that can get really kicked up. Instead, give yourself permission to decompress, to have the emotion. Say, you know, a lot of times I practice that rule of 3, where I give myself 3 days. I got 3 days to be the biggest, whatever I need to be, bitch, baby, whatever it is. And then, you know, that 4th day, I'm going to get my shit together. And for me, that works. So I hold space for those emotions and, you know, I move through it. Everyone doesn't work like I do, though. But that's the method that works for me. So, you know, I think it's okay. A lot of us don't get catharsis anymore. We used to have catharsis all the time with the old festivals and things like that. There were times of the year where we were allowed to do certain things that just allowed society and the individual as a whole to decompress all the pressure of providing, you know, nourishment and shelter, right? And we really don't have that anymore. And a lot of things build up emotionally and pressure within our vessels. And we need to give ourselves some time to have some catharsis. So I highly, highly encourage you guys to give yourself some catharsis. Plan for it, okay? Make merry, okay? Make some merry time for you, okay? As long as it's safe, sane, and consensual, okay? Make merry, have some fun. There's nothing wrong with it. I know the world is a fucking dumpster fire. I know it is, okay? But it's important that those of us who are alive embrace life, and embracing life by making merry, okay? And remember those who came before us. Like, you know, when we have holidays, it's always good to remember our ancestors and things like that. Okay, it's always good. They love that. They love to be remembered. It brings their spirit around and allows for a lot of blessings. So I think ancestor energy is coming through now, wanting people to know that, hey, if ancestors are on your mind, yes. Yes, give a little offering, a little bit of fresh water, some flour, an egg, some tobacco, some liquor, whatever is appropriate for your paradigm. Do that, a little something, something just to say, hey, thank you so much for coming. You came before us with your wisdom and your grace and all those great things. It's a wonderful thing to do. So I highly encourage you guys to do that. I'm feeling drawn to pull from this deck here. For you guys, for ancestor energy. We're just pulling like different messages. So this is what you need to know. So, okay, the ancestors. What do you want to come through with? Okay, we got 3 cards. We're saying 3 cards. This one. Oh, we got 4. Okay. Okay, we have Star 36. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light. Not too dark, a shimmer of what is coming next. Okay, that's beautiful. Remember balance. I feel like this really is about balance, balancing your energy. We were talking about catharsis just now, and all work and no play can cause health problems, okay? Like, it's time for people to understand that being human, we require certain things, and catharsis is part of the journey. It's just part of what's required. And you are the star, and you need to take care of yourself. You are a beacon of light. We have the darkest hour here. There in the void of thy darkness swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. Wow. I feel like this really is about what's going on such a larger scale, and in individual people's lives. Like, justice is coming. It's being served in the collective, and a lot of shocking things are coming out. And I feel like that's really why we need catharsis, is so many shocking things that are stressful. When we find out certain things, it's just very shocking and causes stress, and we don't realize like that stuff builds, and it stresses our system, it stresses us mentally, because we are going through winter. Well, at least in the Western Hemisphere, it's winter. Here where I'm at, and where probably a lot of you guys are, it's very cold, and we're having a lot of really intense things revealed throughout the world, and it feels like there's more layers coming of that. And the thing is, this is different. This is a different kind of justice that's flowing through the world. It really is coming from the energy of goddess Nemesis. And it's very powerful and profound. And the hand is heavy. And that's why the energy can feel so heavy, because it is the hand that's required to even this massive weight of injustice. And it will be shocking. It will continue to be more shocking, and there will be more people revealed. There will be people who beg for redemption, kind of thing. And it will be interesting to see how all of these hidden things are revealed. But I think it's important to understand that those stresses affect us individually, just like our individual stresses affect the collective. So it's important to manage your stress. And one of the best ways to manage your stress is to have catharsis. So if that's laughter for you, find some time to laugh, hug your dog, whatever it is, cook, chill, do whatever you need to do to find that. So we have telling stories. What words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? Spend some time with your family if you can. And if you guys don't have any family like this time of year, the truth is, family is more than blood. Okay, family is more than blood. It is of spirit. It really is. Just because you are blood, it just means you're related. Okay, family is about loyalty, trust, things like that. Okay, and I know this time of year is really hard because society tells us we should all be in a happy, joyful family situation. And some families kind of force that, even though they're not a happy family. Okay. That in itself can be painful to kind of like live that kind of fallacy. And a lot of people have decided not to do that anymore. And you can be in some stage of what that feels like. And it can be very painful. There's a whole mourning process that happens with that as well. And you have to give yourself time for that. But it does get better with time. I can tell you that personally. It really does. I've mourned for a lot of people that I am no longer in contact with. And you do turn a corner where things change, they shift. Okay, so I want to tell you from my own personal experience that even if things are rough for you right now during this holiday season, they will get better. It does get easier, and you make your own traditions. You find out who your family really is and who you want to be family with and who you want to know. And you'll feel the bonds with family. Like you'll feel those begin to like build. Okay. Um, it will be weird, but it will be okay, right? It'll be a good thing. But it just takes time to get through the mourning process, and you can't speed through it. And everyone's different. Some people will mourn a week and some people will mourn, for 3 years. It just depends. All right. So be patient with yourself. And here we go. The last card is perseverance. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy, as I say, lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy turn to the spirits within. Turn to your ancestors, okay? If you need strength at this time to persevere, if you're having a hard time, ask them to help, okay? Because these cards are messages from your ancestors. So turn to your ancestors, ask them for help in this situation. They're more than happy to help, okay? They're stepping forward with these messages and they want you to know that they're there for you, okay? All right, guys, that's what I received today. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, an Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.